Smorl and the Caster here with yet another video of Shadowlands armor preview. So it's a new bit I've been doing with all the new armor sets, with everything that's been released with the alpha. We're going through Wowhead and looking at the gear firsthand with you guys. This is just another installment of this. Today we're going through the Kyrian Bastion cloak, and we're just gonna. What I'll do is I have yet to see any of these armor sets, and these are all my first impressions of the armor sets. We're gonna go through the cloaks, through the gear, through a couple comments, and then I'll summarize I'll give scoring as they go. Then I may revise them as I think about it, as I talk about other sets, and then give a final grade of all the sets, and then I'll let you go. So I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's get going through this. So this is the Kyrian Tier 1 cloak. It looks like a giant frisbee. I am going to be withholding all the reviews for the cloaks until after I look at the gear, because I mean, looking at the cloaks by themselves do look stupid, but they're usually catered towards gear. So let's hold off on grading these. But again, this looks like a giant frisbee. It's not my favorite. Okay, let's go. What's tier 2? Tier 2 kind of looks like a holy little floaty plaque. It's definitely a little teardrop right here with looks like a shiny teardrop. Probably, I bet you this will look decent on the healer set. We'll see as we go down. Probably not healer set, but the cloth set. This one has potential. It almost kind of, both of these, both tier 1 and tier 2, kind of look like almost like Protoss. Like what was her name? Solandris, I think it was, for the carrier. It kind of looks like that, the little frisbee thing. Tier 3. This is either real edgy or real cool. Well, actually, those are kind of the same thing, maybe. This is either really cool or really lame, and I think we'll kind of see as it plays out. But I have a feeling it's going to clip a lot, just because the way they are and how you're going to run. But we'll see. The tier 3 definitely has potential. This can either be the biggest flop or probably the best one. We'll see. Bastion plate. Okay, so these gear sets are actually going to be close. There's going to be definitely a lot of overlap between this and the Orbos armor set that I went through. I think when I went through the Orbos armor set, I think the Kyrian armor sets were in there. So we'll see how they look with all the tiers on them. Just like I do in other videos, I'm going to go through the tier 1 set and review the armor through tier 1. And then we'll go through tier 2 and tier 3 and just look how it relates to the cloak. So let's first review the gear itself. And again, I have actually seen this because I did a first look at the Orbos gear sets, and so I'm just gonna, if you guys want to look at that, I'll put a link in the video description. So I'm gonna kind of go through this a little bit quicker than I normally do. But what I said in that other video was I do like the anima jets coming off this. I think it looks kind of cool. It's definitely a good warrior, protection warrior, or a paladin set. All specs paladin. I think that would look very good on him. I do like all the offset tiered plate, how they offset some of the gear, how they push it off, and how it's all in order, but at the same time it's all in disorder. I do like how the belt is very bulky and comes down. It has a little tabard doohickey on it. The helmet's the only thing that I think is pulling away from how good the set could look. I think they could have done better with the helmet. I do understand them trying to go with like the stoic, broken, put back together hero warrior. I think that's what they're kind of going for, because you can kind of see how everything's kind of just like, I keep saying like offsets, kind of like, this is here, nothing's uniform about it. But overall, it's a decent set. Definitely there's already some clipping right here, as you can see through the flying frisbee and the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads are just way too big for this gear, and I think that may be a problem with all these sets. So let's go through the different backs. Oh, this one actually looks pretty good. I think the other one was a little too I think this one just had a little bit too much. It's too big, I think, for the armor. Because the armor is already so bulky, I feel like this one just added unneeded bulk to the armor. Where I feel like this one kind of accentuates its like gaudiness. It's not classic, but it's simple, and I think it definitely elevates the rest of the armor. Because the rest of the armor, is big, bulky, and this is just kind of like the cherry on top. I do think this looks pretty good. It does look like there's some clipping though with the shoulder pads, and I'm guessing Tier 3 is also gonna have some major clipping on the shoulder pads. Definitely. So let's go take a look at the shoulder pads for Tier 3. Yeah, look at that. Clipping half of them. Half of them are clipped off. And clipping through the gloves. Definitely some major clippage on this. Because you're gonna be looking from your character mostly from the back. I think from the back the gear looked kind of okay. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the wings. I think the wings look a little too much on at least on the plate set. It's not so far. It's not been my favorite. I think that my favorite so far has been the Tier 2. Similar to Maldraxxus, I think Tier 2 so far has been the coolest for the plate set. And there's some different shaders. That's interesting. Not all of them have shaders, at least not yet. I think this shader will be good on a Death Knight, and this one on a Paladin. I think all the shaders except this one look good on all Paladins. And then I think this one would be definitely good like on a Holy Paladin or a Protection Paladin. This one on a Holy Paladin. Actually, they all look good on Paladins except this one. Anyways. Okay, the Kyrian Bastion mail set. Okay, so it doesn't look like this actually has a back on it. Does it not have a tier on it? Interesting. So this set so Wowhead only has posted the gear and its shaders, but not the backs. And this is actually different than the armor that was in my Orbos gear review. So we're first review. Okay, so this one definitely, I would say, is the past 3 videos of these. I would say the Hunter is the predominant thought in the male armor. I don't see this really being a shamanistic type gear set. I see this more like an Apollo gear set. You have like the little wings right here, indicating like speed and agility. You have like these little anima feathers coming off. More anima feathers here. You more Apollo like agility, horsepower stickers right there. I mean, it's overall, if you're rocking this for Hunter, this is really a killer set, actually. I do like how it looks light. There's a lot of cloth right here, a little cloth over here underneath the plate, or underneath the scale, what was it, scale metal or scale gear, mail, whatever. I do like this a lot. It's not overly gaudy. It looks more like Apollo. Definitely a Hunter set. I'm gonna lean more on this. Definitely catered to a Hunter, not a Shaman. I have yet to see. There's a few more of these I gotta go through, but I've yet to see a Hunter-like set. Anyways, I do enjoy it actually. Let's go through the different shaders as well. So, I think the back is definitely lacking some look. I think it's definitely going to detract from its overall review. I wish they did something a little bit right here. Just something, I don't know. Like the front, maybe if they had the belt do something, come down, or put some like plate garbs right here on the calves or something. I think that would have been a good look. Overall, I think this is the coolest looking shade. It's a little edgy for sure. I think it's more of like if you're like role playing like a betrayer type hunter. Overall, I think they're all pretty good. All the shades do tie in together pretty good. I do like the purple one the most so far though. So let's close this out. And let's go to Bastion Leather. So the Bastion Leather does have the 3 different tiers. So let's just hop right into it. The leather, definitely a monk. They're definitely thinking of like I think monks when they made the set. I do like the little horny thing with the little poofer right here, the little anima jet, and a couple anima jets right here. Definitely is going taking off some of that Apollo look with the agility, with these little swoops right here. See, this is what I'm talking about with I think the male could have done something right here to kind of tie in and protect the back. I think that would have been a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Something right here to kind of tie in the legs. I think they looked a little bare in the male set. Like I said, I've reviewed this armor through the Orbos video, so hopefully you guys do check that out and listen to it. I don't have the same grading material, but I've kind of developed that as I made these videos. Overall, I do think it looks good with this little shellcaster right here. It's probably one of the few armors that, since it doesn't look like it clips here, and it works. It's a little darker blue than the rest of the armor. I mean, this blue matches, and a little bit these blue gems match, but I think they should have matched it with the jets right there. This looks decent. I mean, there's nothing really to go on. It is what you see. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't clip, which is good, but it doesn't really tie in any other parts of the gear. It luckily does match the rest of the gold, which is cool. Some of the other gear sets from prior videos don't match, like the Bones and Maldraxxus's gear. Those don't match very well, but I think this does pretty good, and it's okay. It's not too bad. And then lastly, the wings. Okay, I think the wings are definitely tailored, at least so far, to this set, though, because the color of the tips of the wings are the same color jetting off the armor, and the same mist coming off the Apollo swoops. I think they may have actually kept the leather armor in mind when making the wings, for sure. I think this does look good. Again, like I said, it's definitely like more of a I would say a monk gear set. They probably had monk in mind when maybe tailoring this. I do believe that they do tailor some of these sets to different classes when they make them, because it doesn't seem like these are individual armor sets. They're armor sets for all other wearers. So I think they're trying to keep in mind who are more likely to choose these tiers or these covenants based off their class. So take that with a grain of salt. This is alpha. This could be, if they do shade the different cloaks with the shader of this could pass for a rogue. This would be a good rogue set with the blue-purple. Not the blue-purple, just the purple. With the purple jets, I think this would look really good with a rogue. It's only if either you hide your back or they change color along with the gear. But who knows? Alright, let's get in the cloth. Like I said, the cloth gear has been reviewed through the Orbos. I know I keep saying that, but I wanted to kind of make sure you guys know that. That's why I'm going to kind of breeze through this. And actually, with this armor set, I went into depth on the Orbos video. So I'm going to actually just kind of review the tier capes. Definitely, this floating disc was built for this armor. There's no doubt in my mind that they kind of tailored this piece of gear to this armor. Because if you look right here, you look like a Protoss unit. It definitely ties, this blue definitely ties in with the little cufflinks and the gems right here. And the anima jets off the back. The blue does tie in better with this set than the other sets that I've seen. I do like how the robe is basic. They're not doing anything crazy with it. I do wish they textured the swoop or the cloth right here. I do wish they kind of did what they do with other things, like with this, and offset it so it did look like they were separated out. I think that would have been a good touch with the armor. I think it would have looked good if these accents were actually pushed off the robe and not just baked into the skin. Actually, I don't. It looks good on this gear, the tier 2, but actually, I don't think it looks great. It doesn't really tie in the rest of the pieces of gear. I think it does a disservice actually to the gear set. And with that being said, let's just go on to the wings. No, and it's clipping. It's definitely clipping off the little whispers on the shoulder pads. The blue does not match anything on the gear. This like light teal Tiffany blue does not match anything on the gear. The only thing that matches is the white and the gold little crispy wing. So overall, I'm actually, the only thing that looks good with the cloth so far, the cloth back, is tier 1. I think, again, I think they make some things with different things in mind, and because people are going to transmog, so I think people will transmog this onto, even if they have tier 3, they're going to transmog this onto it. Different shaders do look cool. This is definitely a Shadow Priest-like shader, or even a Warlock. I think those look pretty cool. The shades are definitely they're good. They're good. They're done well. They're not edgy. They tie in quite well. I do wish they changed the color of the jet. This would have been cool if it was like a purple jet. This was like maybe a white jet, or I don't know. I think that would have been cool if they changed the shade on the jets. But anyways, let's go through a couple comments and then I'll give my final grades. Gorgeous. My paladin is gonna be looking amazing in this gear. Yeah, I agree. Just seeing the art of the armor and weapons making me excited for WoW. More excited than WoW than I recall in a long time. You know, a lot of people have been saying that. I think Warcraft, Blizzard's finally listened to the people. I'm gonna skip this. The cloth looks great except the back piece of the hood, which I can already tell will clip with the vast majority of hairstyles in game. Yeah. If you notice, all these are bald humans. Hopefully, a part of the hood is not the robe or shoulder, something like that. Other sets, so that you can at least hide them, hide the helm, and avoid the clipping. I agree. Clipping is kind of ridiculous. It's 2020. They should just know that clipping's part and work with clipping. What is the obsession with bed headboards, helmets? Bedhead, what the fuck? For cloth sets. I don't know. I think it always looked good. I know what he's saying. Like the Dread Mist or the, what's the Prophecy or Prophet one, the tier 1 from Molten Core, and the Mage one. Pretty much all all the cloth sets have some sort of backing. This is the second time the mail set has been omitted. I guess they're reworking it. Maybe that isn't the mail set. That'll be interesting. If it's not a mail set, I'll definitely do a follow-up video with the true mail set. Really don't enjoy the dresses and skirts for cloth. Please allow pant options. Some races look very bad in a dress, generally wrong on males. He's not wrong. I don't think the fat ones, Coltierans, would look good in robes at all. Just curious, will the back slot also have tints? I was asking that same question with you guys, weren't I? Also considering armor tints, but nowhere else. I'm sure the Covenants get tints too, right? Maybe that's why the leather set from Necrolords was a different color than the other armor types. Interesting. They're not even pretending to care about mail anymore. I'm gonna disagree with him. I mean, it definitely is. They are kind of lackadaisical on mail, but at the same time, this is out of the 3 videos I've made. This has definitely been so far the best mail set. So, with that being said, let's give my final reviews. And we're first going to start with the backs, and how they work with their armors, and then go down the list. So when I first looked at these, I thought this is definitely going to be the best one, worst one, and this one's the wild card. After looking through all the gear sets, this is actually so far the best one, so I'm going to give this one an A, and that's the baseline. This one's going to be a B minus, and this one will be about a C plus. This I don't think looked very good on all the sets and was very niche on what it did look good on. With that being said, let's look at the gear. The plate is, I would give the plate gear, depending on what class you're rocking, but let's just say overall plate, I'd give it a B plus. It definitely is good, but I think the shoulder pads are a little bulky, and the helmet does lack. It doesn't really lack anything. I just don't like the way it ties in with the rest of your armor. I wish they did something different with the helm and actually maybe change the shoulder pads a little bit, because the shoulder pads are going to clip with almost every back that comes with the gear set, which is ridiculous. If you're making gear tailored to the gear, don't make it clip. The shaders do look cool. But I still think the plate is a B plus. Let's go to the mail. Honestly, the mail is actually, despite that comment, I think the mail was the best one of this whole set. If not, it's a close second to the cloth. So let's just give this a. I'm gonna give it, unless this does change. This has been so far one of my favorites, so I'm gonna give this an A. I think they did a good job. I think their mindset is hunters being the preferred selector of this gear. So on a hunter, this definitely looks amazing. So I would give this an A. The leather is probably my least favorite gear set. Still not bad. It's still a good gear set, but of these ones, it's not my favorite, so I'm going to give it a B minus. And with the cloth, I think the cloth did work the best with all 3. Though I thought the wings didn't look the greatest, it still sort of worked-ish. So because it worked with all three, I'm gonna give this one an A-. I do like the frisbee on the initial tier. So that being said, the final scores is what I say, it was B, A, B-, and then A-. So this one, male took the crown. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It actually went a little bit longer than I was expecting it to go. It went 20 minutes. So well, I hope you guys, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the subscribe button, share this to a friend, comment, rate, do whatever you need to do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, because I've been uploading a lot of these as time goes on. I hope I can get you guys through this lockdown. Hope you guys do enjoy my videos, and all I have to say is thanks for watching.